Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. It is I, the notorious, glorious V, the gorilla economist in the economist. And he is the Algo Cowboy himself. He is shooting from the hip. He gives no lip because he is straight to the point. The one and only Algo Cowboy is with us. And it is Algo Factory Tech. And folks, if you haven't checked this out, you need to check this out. We are the most prolific trading group on God's green earth, the most powerful trading community ever, where we not only teach you how to trade, but we teach you how to build the algorithms that trade on your behalf 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no matter the market. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description box, and join us. With that being said, Cal.
Join us or die.
Sorry, I had to.
No, it's all good. Join us or get vaporized in World War III.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was traveling.
Yep.
I was just on a brief trip out to the left coast, Thursday through Sunday. And of course, that's when when Iran decides they want to launch missiles. I'm like, okay, is Israel actually going to like respond with nukes? Am I going to be stuck on the West Coast during the apocalypse? My family isn't there. But I made it back safe and sound, so we're good to go.
Thank God.
Yeah, happy about that. You never know who's going to do what. But I will say, should we take a look at that yellow metal right now?
Let's take a look at the yellow metal, and let's take a look at Bitcoin, I think, and Ethereum as well. Those are the three hot things that people are clamoring about.
Okay. Well, privately, not when I say privately, I mean in our private group. The gorilla told us over the weekend, I had my eye on it. I really didn't. I mean, the crypto market took its hit. I know everybody wants to see Bitcoin. Maybe we'll start there. What do you say?
Yeah, let's start with BTC.
I know that I was watching it, and here's the thing about it. Like, and this is I've been through 3 bull markets now. I've been in crypto since 2017, and I will tell you this: every time before the halving, and I've done many. I mean, if you're watching these shows, this will be not news to you. Like I say this like every damn show. But before the halving, there's always a pullback. And that pullback so far, aside from 2020, has been 20 to 30%. And it depends how you measure it. There are other ways to measure it that say it's been deeper, right? It just depends how you look at it. So, we saw a pullback in, what was this, mid-March, and that was a 17.5% pullback, right? And, there was a lot of newer traders that just, oh my God, what's going on? It's down this much. Well, I mean, yeah, it is. That's what it does. And then the most recent pullback is literally the same exact, like almost the same exact percentage. 17.8% versus 17.7%. It's such, this is really, really a tight pullback. The Vita Gorilla has actually called this, as far as it was in my possibility kind of, it was well within what I think was possible. However, as it was going to happen, Vita Gorilla did say it was going to happen. So understand that we knew this was going to happen, and I don't say no, but we were told this was going to happen by V, and we were told what's going to happen next by V, and that happened in the private group over at algofactory.tech. So our group, even those who might be new to trading, we're not crying and losing their shorts. And what happened to crypto? What happened to Bitcoin? Why? Look, everybody, it's up like 300% this year alone. If my memory serves correctly, what did the year start out as? 2024, the low of 2024 was sitting at 38,000. Okay, so I think since last year, it's up like 300%. It was at 15,000 last year, and now it went up to 75,000. That's more. That's like way more than 300%. So we have this massive run up in the last like 12 to 18 months of several 100%. And then it pulls back 20% and everybody starts to cry. Oh, what's going on with crypto? No, man, it's just, it's hard up, hard down. That's what volatility is. That's why people love crypto, because it goes up hard. It's also down hard.
The thing is, excuse me, it's Monday. When I talked about this in the private group, we talked about this last week as well. When I gave out that price prediction, folks, you got to understand. Here's the thing. In other words, the market. Remember, I told you the market has a language. It tells you things. It predicts things for you. It if you know how to read it, it tells you what's going to happen before it happens. Right? It's our tea leaves. Like Cowboy and I, we are the mages of the market, man. We're the mages of the market. And so when we look at it, the market was already telling us, especially with what was happening with gold. And I know, like looking at gold and looking at crypto from the institutional side, not the retail end of it, but they're on the institutional side. Dude, this whole little Israeli conflict where Israel got his face punched in, that was already priced in, man. It was, it was already priced in.
Yep. Yeah, I mean I think looking at October 7th and kind of having an idea of the way things actually work, not the way that CNN tells us it works, but the way it actually works. You can see what's going on with that. And just the fact that, gold futures behaved the way they did as this was playing out, that's going to tell you a lot. Bitcoin itself I'm not sure if it's as clear as far as telling us what's going to happen as gold futures is.
No, it's not. It's not clear for sure.
Yeah, gold futures.
Gold futures is, man.
Yeah, and I say futures only because it's going to operate when the market is closed, and I just look at futures. Gold, you just say gold. I don't want to confuse people and tell them they have to at all. Just look at gold. But we do seem to be having a range developing, or I should just say continuing to be obeyed, roughly between 64,500 up to about 72,000. And it's a pretty good thesis that we're also possibly looking at a bull flag on a higher time frame. And I'm okay with bull flags and higher time frames of crypto. I don't like them as much on a lower time frame. But if we were to look at this, we do see that there appears to be a pretty clear path right now like this. You see? More or less what I'm drawing. I'm gonna correct it a bit, but it's relatively clear where you got lower lows, highs. I'm sorry, lower lows, lower highs, and that could be price just settling in before it rockets back up again. And of course, a break of the all-time high is going to be a pretty big clue as to when it's going to continue to go up. If the all-time high is broken, and it stays above that for at least a day or two, then that's a chance that we're going to move up. And I've been very public about the next couple of targets I would have for Bitcoin if I were just to go long. Let's just say I was going to long the bottom here. I'd be at 80,000 and 88,000. Those are some very basic numbers. The numbers are a little bit more precise than that, but 80 and 88 are really good benchmarks. It's not where I would take profit on those trades, but there's a good benchmarks as to where price may go next. So that's my look on Bitcoin. I know we started a little bit late, so I think we have time to look at gold. What do you say, V?
Yeah, let's do some gold.
And then once we hop off, we're going to take a look in the private group at what's going to happen this week, what the events are coming. So that's what everybody in private has to look forward to. But you've got gold doing things that the gorilla. Gold is doing things I didn't think we would see until.
Where are we at right now? 23.35.
Yeah, we topped out at 24.50.
Yep.
I was expecting these prices in 2028. This is or 2026, 2025. I didn't expect to see.
We are gold here.
Yeah, gold has gone up. What is this? 5 times 25% since last month. Gold is up. That is remarkable for something that has taken years to go 25%. It's taking weeks to go 25%. You need to understand how significant that is on the world stage. You need to understand what that means. In fact, Gorilla, do you want to talk about what that means before we hop over to private? At least scratch the surface.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a little hint, and the guys in the private room, they know this. And folks, you need to join private. It's $1.66 a day. The price of a bottle. If you could buy $2 or $3 for a bottle of water per day, you go into the gym, you're out and about on lunchtime, you're buying a bottle of water for $2 and change, you can afford Algo Factory. $1.66 a day.
And while we're on the sales pitch, real quick, look, the Gorilla has been calling these moves out. I myself have been doing the same. You got two different people with two different methods who are calling these moves out. And the Gorilla knows what's going on, a lot of it because of who you deal with around the world. You actually do.
And I got a Cowboy. Everybody in the private room, we've all seen the receipts. I don't just talk it. I walk it. I'm not some guy, sitting in, Jimmy John's coin and carry, thinking about, what's really happening. No, it's movers and shakers, massive amounts of gold by the metric tons moves. I'm very privy to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make the audience aware of, not exactly who you are, because we don't want to get too detailed and release any information, but literally seen the receipts, actual receipts we've seen. So,
exactly.
But yeah, what do you want to, what kind of clues do you want to give here, V?
Sure. One of the clues I want to give here is this. The thing that used to keep gold monkey hammered, that hammer's been broken, folks. And what we're seeing here is a precipitous climb up for gold, number one. And number two, that weight is being pulled. It's being pulled by global demand that is outside of the West, number one. Number two, it's being pulled by Shanghai and countries that belong to the SCO, as well as countries that belong to the BRICS, that are pulling this momentum on gold in spite of London. And let me tell you something. London Bullion Market Association, which, you know, I work with a member of the London Bullion Market Association, and I'll tell you right now, the LBMA is completely fine with it at this point. Okay, the dollar is being cracked as we're speaking. The unipolar world order is falling apart. This year and 2025, extremely critical, folks. Extremely critical. That's all I will say here, Cowboy.
Yeah, what happened over in the Middle East, like over the weekend, and the way it happened, and quite frankly, what didn't happen,
Yep.
That's a big clue as to what the girl is talking about right now.
Absolutely.
V, get us out of here.
And with that being said, folks, we are over and out. Catch us. Click the link in the description box. Scan the QR code. Look, man, 2024, you cannot afford not to be part of Algo Factory. 2024, you cannot afford to not hear the intel that we are dropping. We are dropping intelligence, actual, actionable intelligence. Not, the sky is falling right now. Head to the bunker. Get your cat food. No, we're not telling you that. We're telling you, look, my message has always been the same since 2012 when I, came onto the scene, so to speak. And that message is this. The greatest transfer of wealth in human history is about to take place. Do you want to get paid? And the arena in which it takes place is not cat food. The arena in which it takes place is not 25-year-long, preserved, long-term storage food. It's not, buying, I don't know, whatever, XYZ, right? The arena on which this transaction or this transition will take place is the market. We will see it first in the market before anybody else will. And the market will be the last thing to drop. So this is where you want to be. And we'll show you how to navigate it. Join us. Cowboy, let's go to private.
Join us or die.